Greens have worked so hard all year here in Victoria to get. Earlier this year I said in Western Australia when Scott won over there we would bring it home in Victoria at the end of the year, and let me introduce Greg Barber, who has brought it home with a fantastic team effort here in Victoria.
Christine said we'd turn it around in WA and bring it home in Melbourne, and when Christine says something's going to happen, that's exactly what happened. We did it. We did it. And we did it with a bottom-up, grassroots, one vote at a time, door-to-door campaign, and every one of you participated in that, and you know that. We know what we're fighting for, we know what we're up against, and we know what we have to do in order to win. And right now, we're still waiting to find out about Paran, Brunswick and Richmond, with a great increase in our vote in Northcote. Won't be able to tell you anything about the upper house, I think, tonight, but what I can tell you is we've already got one Green in the lower house. Ms Sandell.
It doesn't belong to me at all. It belongs to all of you who knocked on doors, made calls, put up placards, spent your evenings, your nights working for the Greens, so thank you. To the people of Melbourne, and in fact the people all across Victoria who today have voted to say that they want a fairer society, they want a cleaner economy, and they want a Victoria that actually deals with the big issues and looks to the future rather than being stuck in the past. By the support that I've had out there in the community. I know a lot of people tonight have voted for the Greens for the first time, or at least the first time at a state level, and thank you to all the voters of Melbourne who've talked to me and my team about your issues, your concerns, your challenges, and also your ideas. You have told us that you do not want an $18 billion toll road ripping up our city. Instead, you want a 21st century public transport network. Who actually have a climate change and environment policy. You have told us you want to fix the education system, and you want a Victoria that actually looks after the most vulnerable in our society. And you have told us that you want to clean up politics. You want politics for the people, not for the vested interests and the property developers. Look, there are also people who voted Labor or Liberal or for another party in Melbourne. And to those people I want to say that I'm here to represent you as well. I truly believe that we share the same values. We all want a Melbourne that's livable and that's fair, and my door will always be open to you. Thank you to the people of Melbourne. You have supported me and now it's my turn to support you, and I'll work every day starting tomorrow. Here in Melbourne. So you've got a cheer lesson. I also want to thank my opponent, Jennifer Kanis. Although she was my opponent here in Melbourne, unlike in a lot of other places, they ran a really fair and respectful campaign. So I really want to thank, I believe that a lot is due to Jennifer. So thank you, Jennifer, and I know that you'll go on to do incredible things, and thanks for representing the people of Melbourne. Volunteers. Like I said before, it is just inconceivable, impossible that I could have done this by myself. It would have taken over 2.5 years to knock on this many doors. It was a people-powered campaign, as Greg said, and you guys are the guys who made it happen. So well done. Hundreds and hundreds of different reasons, but tonight we have achieved one thing, and that thing is greater than any of us as individuals. Tonight we have the very first Green in the lower house of the Victorian Parliament. I hope I get a chance to see every one of you and say thank you, because I'm incredibly grateful to all of you. But there are a few really special people that I'd like to single out. Firstly, to Mukhtar, Najat, Faria, Tabu, and the whole African community who's come out to support us. Thank you for introducing me to your community. Thank you for your dedication, your incredibly hard work, and to the African community in Melbourne, I will not forget you. To Adam, to Richard, to Janet, to Kathy, to Rohan for your guidance, your support. There is no way I would be standing here without you guys. And to Team Ellen. You guys are phenomenal. Thank you for the laughs. Thank you for your sense of humour. Thank you for keeping me sane. Thank you for knocking on 26,000 doors and making 12,000 phone calls. You guys are phenomenal. Who would have thought that you guys would be more powerful than all the property developers and gambling tycoons combined? So how does it feel? We know it is too close to call, particularly in Richmond, but also other places like Brunswick and in the upper house. I really, really hope that I have a friend in Parliament with me. I'm not sitting there alone. So I hope to be working with you in Parliament, but to those who I won't be working with in Parliament, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, it takes real guts to go out there and campaign for the Greens in a safe Liberal, Labor or National marginal seat. This victory is yours just as much as it is ours, so thank you so much to all the other candidates out there. And our wonderful leader, Greg, there is just no way we could have done this without you. Thank you for your leadership. I'm the one standing here, but all of those people I've thanked, and all of you in the room, and the people who are out there counting votes and doing everything else, it's taken all of us to achieve this. And what we have achieved in Melbourne tonight is more than just the first Greens in the lower house of Victorian Parliament. As Christine said, this is a turning point. This is a turning point for the country away from the cruel nasty, tired politics of people like Tony Abbott and his mates towards something better, towards something caring. And that is a great thing to be standing here and celebrating. Because the change that we seek does not happen by politicians alone. It will take every one of you. So I'm asking you volunteers and you voters to stay with us, because tomorrow is where we work for 4 years to change that cruel, nasty, tired politics of the old parties. And it looks like we will have a Labor government. But let's not forget Labor's failings. And that's the reason a lot of people have voted Greens tonight. They still won't commit to a Great Forest National Park. They still won't restore all the funding to the public TAFE system. They still won't commit to cleaning up politics and integrity in politics. They still won't commit to fixing our housing crisis. They still won't commit to any action on coal and climate change. So my commitment to the voters of Victoria and to all of you in this room tonight is that I will work every day starting tomorrow for the next 4 years to hold Labor to account, get action on some of these big issues. And I'm up for the challenge, and I hope you are too.
So the Green votes up in the city, in the suburbs, in the regional towns and in country areas, and that's something to celebrate. Thanks to Christine and all the federal team, in fact, all of our federal senators and MPs who were part of this campaign and really helped us out when we most needed it. Thank you to the dedicated campaign staff, paid and unpaid organisers, and the individuals who spoke one-to-one. We, as you know, we have totally reorganised this party in the last 12 months or so to respond to the forces that are up against us. I mean, you are the new model army. And we need it. We need it to storm the fortresses of self-interest that are out there. In 26 elections I think I've been, and I have never seen such unity of purpose amongst a group of people campaigning for one objective. And so far, we've done it. And we're not conceding Paran or other seats that will be waiting and counting tonight, probably counting for a few more days. We may call on you to come and help count some of those ballots and recount them yet again. And congratulations to Dennis Napthine and Daniel Andrews, who fought hard, campaigned hard for ideas that they truly believed in. But it seems very clear we have a Labor win. They have a mandate, but so do we. So now we have another fight on our hands. Despite their mini makeover, they are the same old Labor Party. They do not have a green bone in their body. And every member of that party thinks they're entitled to a piece of the action. The unity of purpose is not as strong in those parties, you have to say, as it is amongst us. It's going to be all about keeping the vested interests happy, and that's how it was in opposition, and that's how it will be in government. We've got to stop the sale of the Port of Melbourne. We've got to stop that east-west tunnel and get the money put into public transport. As Alan said, we need action on climate change. We've got to protect those forests. And without the Greens striving with all of our energy and our skill, we won't see those changes. So I look forward to working with you for another 4 years.